Some people have asked about gender breakdown and how there are variances by gender. I have only looked at one part of the data, and that is salary levels, because of course I asked about salary. And salary levels for women in STEM are lower overall. What a surprise. Sorry to say that, but this is, most recent data that, that I've seen on that topic. Not as bad as it is nationally, but it is lower. So that was one piece of information I didn't share today. But what other questions do you have?
On that point, do you have salary breakdown for job titles? I don't know if you have like a secret slide or something with general salary.
I have a secret slide.
I assume.
How did you get into my slide deck? It is
We're trying to have
totally,
secret slides.
it is totally hidden. That is awesome. So I did. The average salary, it's not super meaningful because it's across all occupations, is 80K for people with PhDs across the sciences, but the min is 30 and the max is 160. So that's not super helpful. So it would be more meaningful if I were to pull, occupations for you, occupation-specific salary data. But if you had questions like that about different occupations, Victoria and I, we've been working with employers for long enough now, we can give you a sense if you come and talk to one of us about what you're looking at. Also, salary.com is pretty good. It's pretty accurate, and I like the way that they display the data because they display a range, and they display a range by zip code, right? So I would look there, and they also encourage you to match up your request by job description, and you can see like postdoctoral experience required for 3 years. You can really tell where the salaries fall, and they're pretty accurate. So, yes.
What was the biggest surprise to you in the beginning?
That's a great question. What was the biggest surprise to me was how high this number was. Because I knew from working with people over time, I knew that people worked in different jobs, and I had anecdotal evidence that, well, my friends are happy, but I didn't think that it would be 80%. That struck me as being really high. So that was the biggest surprise. Other surprises were, like I said, job titles I had never seen before, ever, that didn't exist. And the percentage of people in education, that surprised me. I suspected a lot of people like to stay on a university campus, but I didn't think it was that high. So, yes?
Did you ever look at the satisfaction rate for the women who had children specifically? Because I know, at least in engineering, there's a lot of discussion right now about how a lot of women end up dropping out in career just because of a lot of factors, say environment and children and things like that. So I was wondering if you could work that out.
So I haven't, and I can. So maybe we could work on a paper together.
Networking happens so fast.
You got
So I haven't pulled women who've had kids and engineering. I mean, we could pull those three and look at satisfaction. We could look at lots of different questions.
Yeah, I don't remember, I think this was like a science blog or one of those kind of things, and they were saying that, unfortunately, right now, just in terms of graduation rates, that number still isn't moving up when you're looking at kind of mid and upper level career positions because, and I experienced myself with this kind of negative attitude. So I was just wondering if that was a subset.
So there were people in the sample who are not employed, right? And then I broke that down by people who are unemployed who are seeking employment and people who are unemployed who are not seeking employment, and the reasons why they are not seeking employment. And those were primarily driven by family, right? But not all. So some are artists, some are trying to pursue their art, And of the group, so of the entire sample, 3% are unemployed. And of that group, about 30% are unemployed by choice and wanting to stay home. So that, I thought that was interesting. Another, yeah, I think that's the closest I've been to looking at that group. I had some people indicate that their occupation is stay-at-home parent. In the entire sample, I have to tell you, there was one barista. So, just one. And no Uber drivers because it was too early. So, it predates Uber. So, any other questions about the data? Yes?
So, how do students can start doing self-assessment? Do you have a strategy for immersive program?
Sure, it's a great question. So how can people start conducting a self-assessment? There are a lot of different ways. One way is to talk to friends and family. So you can ask friends and family, what do you notice that, I focus on? When do I seem happiest to you? When do I seem really excited about my work? That's one of the strategies that I mentioned in the book, is to talk to people who know you, because that's a good indication of what you might like to be working in or spending time on. Another way is to think about when do you have the most energy, and that should point to not only an interest area, but maybe a set of skills that you might like to use. Because we all have different skills that we may not like to use all the time. So you may be great at pipetting, but you might hate it, for example. So you don't necessarily want to use every one of your skills. You want to use those skills you love using. So what brings you a lot of energy? So that's the other question I would ask yourself. I would definitely visit with the Career Center, find a career counselor that you enjoy working with, work with that person. You can have those conversations all the time. They have exercises, they have formal assessments you can take online. Lots of different ways you can start your self-assessment journey. Yeah. Yes?
Did you take a look at overall satisfaction versus the number of postdocs done? So like those who didn't do a postdoc versus single, multiple?
That's interesting. So the question was, did I look at satisfaction by number of postdocs completed? What would you suspect you would find?
I would suspect the lower number of postdocs would probably lead to the equal, but I don't know.
Okay, so maybe the fewer the postdocs, the happier person. I showed you the percentage of people who said a PhD was required. I didn't show you the number of people who said a postdoc was required for their job. So the number of people who said PhD was required for their job was 80%. That was the percentage. The percentage for the postdoc was 28. So 28% indicated, yes, a postdoc was required for my job. So what does that tell us? A postdoc is required for some jobs, but it's not required for all jobs. So it's important for you to know that before you embark on a postdoc, because I agree with you, the longer time you spend in training, and maybe training that you don't need, you need to find out long term, does the occupation you're thinking about require postdoc training? Because it may not. So, yes? So what's the best method to find unconventional jobs? I would still be driven by what is most important to you. I worked with another woman who was an experimental physicist and a rock climber, and she actually found a data science job about, it was around, I can't remember her title, but it was around the most effective way to climb. So like she was creating algorithms about climbing. It was awesome because she was able to climb all the time, and she loved it. But she was also able to use, her physics training. So I would focus more on who you are and what's most important to you. And then some people have even created jobs, right? There were several entrepreneurs in the data set, for example. People who made discoveries, who started their own companies. So a lot of it was quite a mix. But I would be driven by yourself and who you are. international associations, did that introduce a bias? Possibly. Although, if you think about the composition of scientific societies, I often think, oh, they're almost all academics. But that's not what we saw in the results, right? So we saw 22% foreign academic roles. There were a couple of department chairs in the sample as well, a couple of dean positions. But I think, by and large, there are a lot of different kinds of people joining professional associations who want to stay connected to their disciplines. I saw that when I did the work for the Biophysical Society. It was such a great mix of occupations. So really interesting and diverse. So I don't know that it impacted it that much. Yeah. Yes?
How many of the non-faculty jobs actually apply to international students? I mean, in order for international students to stay in the U.S., they want to combine UConn with Europe, because get a job outside of the university, right?
Right. So more important to find sponsorship, right? So more people working, much more, or many, many more people working in the university setting who are international scholars, because there was no cap on the H-1B. And so easier for them to find work. Same is true for nonprofit research institutes, actually. So same is true for JACs. It's easier for us, for example, to hire than a for-profit. So it depends on your visa status, but again, I would say there are resources at the Career Center. For example, there's a database of employers who have hired international scholars who are based in the U.S. That's a subscription-based service that probably UConn subscribes to. So I would check in the Career Center too, just to start to do your research, find other companies, find organizations. Yeah.
I kind of have a slightly out there question. I know for economics PhD majors, they have what's known as their job market, where all PhDs apply, and that's how they get their jobs. Their school website is federally funded. Do you think that's feasible for science majors, or at least our job market is just ginormous in terms of postdocs, faculty, where your career outreach? Do you think there would be a centralized way for science PhDs to search for jobs?
So the question was, let me see if I understand it. Will there ever be a centralized way that PhDs in science can search for jobs?
Yes.
So that's interesting. There's a huge data set that's online, that's available to everyone. That's called ONET. It's run by the Department of Labor. It's ONET. It stands for Occupations Network. And the website is onetonline.org. That is a repository of most of the occupations in the U.S., even those that are out there. And the way that you can search for jobs is by your skill set. So you can actually look at some of the skills that we mentioned, being good at analyzing data, at gathering information, at writing up your results. You can look at those skill sets and see what kinds of occupations come up in the U.S. That is not specific to PhDs in science. That's open to anyone who's looking for occupational information. But I think if you're asking for like one place where PhDs in science can go to find jobs that they can apply for, that's...
Here's the problem in your question, as I see it.
Please.
Is you're assuming that all jobs are posted, which is actually not accurate. So many jobs are created when the person walks in the door to have a conversation with somebody else. And an organization might say, actually, we're going to talent manage rather than position post. So they're going to hire the smartest person in the room for a job in their organization because they want to corral that talent. It may not be that they've ever posted a job. There are consulting firms who post that they have openings they just say, we're hiring, but they have no positions posted. They're just looking for crowdsourcing talent. And then they decide whether or not they have jobs. So I think there's some basic problems with the question that you're asking initially. And secondly, is that particularly for the people in this room, this is a highly competitive process for employers. And I'm not sure that they want to dump all their positions in alongside their competitors. So I think that's going to be a challenge. But I don't know, what do you think?
So I agree with Victoria, not all jobs are posted. And on that score, I would say doing your homework, learning more about one of the sectors that we talked about, or a different sector that we didn't talk about, learning about the kinds of positions that are out there. So for example, if you feel like, okay, great, so 50% of the sample are in education, I have no idea what those jobs are, look at one of those publications. So like Chronicle.com, if you just look through the job listings, you'll see job titles. You'll get a better sense of, oh, these are the kinds of fields that exist on a university campus. Oh, I might be interested in that one. I didn't realize that they had people who worked in research administration, who worked with all of the different scientific disciplines on campus. Oh, okay, let me think about that. So I think you need to be exposed to different options, but you can do that kind of research, and I would encourage you to take the responsibility to do that kind of research on your own, depending on what struck you today. So of anything, anything struck you at all. Also, as you are living day to day and you're reading online and you're reading about news stories and opportunities, follow up. Follow up if you read a news article that, or an article in Science or any publication about an occupation that strikes you. I've also had PhDs move into occupations that way, who have reached out to people who are in news stories. So that happens. Don't be afraid to contact professionals. Like I said, when I was doing my survey research, I reached out to people cold, people who did not know me, and I didn't know enough even about what I was asking when I first started out, in the project, but they helped me to refine my questions. I even reached out to some professional scientific societies where I'd never been trained. So mathematics and computer science, and people were so happy to help me. And so don't hesitate to contact professionals, because most often they have all been helped in their careers by someone else. So don't hesitate, and I know that's true for us, but don't hesitate to reach out to people, because they'll most often be happy to help you. Yes?
Let me start by saying thank you very much for being this talk. My question is, can you tell us a bit about your career plan?
Oh, sure, yes, thank you for asking. So this happened to me, actually. I was in graduate school at the University of Michigan, and I went to the Career Center to have my CV reviewed, and I met a peer advisor. I don't know if I ever told you this story. I met a peer advisor and realized that that was the thing that I could do, that I could be trained as a peer advisor as a grad student. So I went to the director of the center, asked if I could be trained. She said yes, and I started my role as a peer advisor, and I loved it. I loved meeting with graduate students, hearing about people's disciplines. I found I would hear one day about art history and the next day about robotics, and it was awesome. And being around smart people all day was such a joy. So a job opened up at the University of Michigan's Career Center before I finished my degree. And I applied for it, and I got it, and that's where I started my career in this field. Then I moved to Bunker Hill Community College, where I worked at community college for several years, and that was terrific. And then I moved to UNC. It was at UNC when I started to focus on graduate student development, and then moved into working with postdocs as well, and then moved to the NIH with my mentor. I actually followed her, and then moved to Harvard. So it was through that kind of experience, where you never know what you might be exposed to every day on campus. You might interact with an office here that really sparks your interest in a particular field. So you never know what you might find. In fact, I have another story about networking. I actually met my husband on a plane. So you never know. I just struck up a conversation with him. He sat right next to me. His seat was assigned right next to mine. And I just said, so you're from Boston? And we talked, and for 2.5 hours, he was at Michigan too, and the flight was from Boston to Detroit, and we stayed together. So you never know. Networking is worth it, for sure. And on that note, I'll take more questions